York's #1 for throwbacks, the new Party 1019, a Nexus radio station.
Hello, and welcome to Tanny Talks Alive. This is season 5, episode 2. And for this week, you guys picked the topic of what's hot in hip hop. So let's get right on into it, because there's a lot of juicy stuff that has been going on lately. More specifically, let's talk about that Papoose and Remy Ma situation, guys. OMG. So as you guys probably know, like, Papoose and Remy Ma was like the epitome of like black love and culture, right? They got together. I know Remy Ma like shot her friend for $1,000 or whatever the case may be, went to jail. And Papoose was definitely riding out with her like the whole time. I don't think I've ever seen a situation where like a girl got locked up and the guy really held it down. So shout outs to them. I don't really know like the specifics to it, you know what I'm saying? But I will say that, that was super dope for them to have like in a relationship. And as of recently, Papoose and Remy Ma have been beefing like nobody's business on the internet. And I think that is really what's hot right now in hip-hop, is this beef between Remy Ma and Papoose. So I wanted to ask you, I got this from my boy Johnny Fastlane. Whose side are you on? Okay, are you on the big Bronx side for Remy, or are you on Papoose side? Let's talk a little bit about it. So apparently, Remy Ma has been cheating on him, right? Whatever the case may be. I'm not saying that he wasn't cheating too, because we don't know. We never found out. But apparently, she was cheating around the holidays. And Papoose put out something that she was a narcissist. She wasn't home with her kids. She was laid up with, I think his name is what is his name? Eric or something like that? I forget his name. The guy that she was with. But what the tea is that she's been cheating on him the whole time. He's been begging her to get a divorce. She will not divorce him. So they're still living fake in the same house. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing him. He got him a new girlfriend and all that. And she got her man or whatever. But it looks like she was cheating. He got his little boo. She got little boo. Stay living in the same house, which I think is insane. But whatever the case may be. He's talking right now to this girl named Clarissa, who's like a boxer chick, which I think would be kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. If my ex-man was dating a boxer chick, I might think she might beat me up. But anyway, he was talking to this boxer chick or whatever, and the messages go, she was asking him to stay on the phone with her until they fell asleep, right? Like little cute stuff, we do that nowadays. Stay on the phone with me until I fall asleep. So they were on the phone till she fell asleep, right? And it looked like Remy came home and saw that Pat was sleeping on the phone with this chick or whatever. So she goes and she sees it. And I guess she must have got mad, salty, and then put stuff on the internet. I'm not going to lie. She went kind of low when she put that, something about he likes his legs behind his head. And she be doing some stuff. I think like she be eating the booty or whatever. He like his booty ache or whatever the case may be. But why would you put that like on the internet? I think that is kind of like, it's clear like somebody's hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because I know like hurt people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Remy probably does love him and he does love her, and it's not working out, and breakups are hard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are they gonna do? I know they got that baby girl that they have. She has other children, and just the breakup is like really messy. And I really hate when breakups go public, because it's like we don't know whose side to really be on. But to be honest, I truly think that Papoose and Remy Ma are way too old to be doing the internet BS. You know what I'm saying? It's classless. You know what I'm saying? It looks crazy. You guys were like the epitome of love and everything. Everybody wanted to be like y'all in the black culture, and you guys are crazy right now. But like I said, we've all been there. I mean, I'll probably be there one day where I just want to blow somebody up on the internet. Especially when you're famous. I feel like when you're famous and, you're such a big figure in hip hop, there's a lot of pressure on you. So when somebody puts something bad, like, it might be hard for you not to say nothing. And apparently they were saying that Papoose hasn't said nothing in a long time, that he finally said his one little thing that he needed to say. I don't feel like he needed to do that. I don't feel like Remy needed to do that, but, they got to move on. So, anywho. There's another thing that was really hot in hip hop too, and it was kind of a breakup kind of vibe, and it was Cardi B. So we're going to talk about it. Apparently, Cardi B got her a new boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? And they taking the kids out to Paris or whatever. You know that they had a really, like, messy breakup over the internet as well. You know, being two rappers again. You know, Remy Ma and Papoose rappers. Cardi B and Offset are rappers, you know. And they have been very public about their mess, too. Like, I think at this point, it's kind of hard to, like, avoid public media and social media and all of those things when you are in a relationship. Like, it must be really, truly hard, you know, because you don't want to look no type of way to nobody. Also, they were saying that she has a new man or whatever, and then he was spotted with that pretty model chick. I don't know if you guys saw, but I think she was at the Met. Beautiful, tall, dark-skinned girl, and I seen him with her lately. So let's find out. Is he dating her or not? We don't know. We will surely find out. But there's definitely more things going on in hip-hop, and I think the biggest topic in hip-hop right now that is still continuous is the Diddy situation. These freak-offs and all the things that are coming out behind these freak-offs. Let me tell you something, okay? Do you feel bad for Diddy? I want to ask that. If you guys are watching right now, post it down in the comments. Do you feel bad for Diddy? Because a piece of me feels like his reputation is kind of getting ruined. He was definitely a big mogul in the hip-hop situation. You know, he's been involved in a lot of mess like over the years. I'll be honest, like Diddy has been in so much mess since like the 90s. You know what I'm saying? From getting Biggie to Biggie dying, and then the Pac situation, and then the J-Lo situation. You know, he was dating J-Lo, and some legal action had happened and she stopped messing with him. You know, we had the Cassie situation, which, oh my God, broke my soul when I saw that video of him stopping her out while she was on the ground. You know, but no one's perfect. You know what I'm saying? And those situations, granted. But I also want to speak about these freak-offs because I feel like everybody was down with the freak-offs. I feel like it was cool to them or whatever it was. I don't know what happened in these freak-offs. I did hear that there was like NDAs, like you can't speak about what happened. I thought it was pretty normal. Like, okay, we're just having like orgies or whatever, and we're doing drugs and making music, and you know. But apparently they're saying that there were underage people there, that there was a lot of minors there. And we do know, like in the industry, you know, young people, they do get, you know, attached to drugs and alcohol and things like that. So it's not like it's not unheard of, but there's suddenly this Jane Doe that's coming out saying, and all these people that are suddenly coming out now that Diddy's arrested, talking about the things that happen at these freak-offs. So they're saying like that, you know, he's raping people and he's been drugging people, and that's how he gets to rape them, and then he doesn't let them leave. I don't know the severity of the situations, right? But I feel like if you stood there, then you stood there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have left at any moment. Like, there were people that were talking about, oh, I went and then I left. Like, I never stood that long at a Diddy party because, you know, what happens at a Diddy party? You know what I'm saying? So, like, some people were able to avoid it because they were able to. But those people that get sucked into that hip-hop lifestyle kind of get sucked into those situations, right? So, I feel kind of bad for Diddy, you know, because I feel like he's done a lot in the hip-hop community. You know what I'm saying? Like, he created Making the Band. I remember when he had them, walk to Junior's for cheesecake? I couldn't. I was like, oh no, he is a savage. I already knew then that something was up when I was watching Making the Band. Because the deals that he would do for these people were so cutthroat. I was like, oh, Diddy. But, you know, it's unfortunate because whether we like to realize it or not, this man created, you know, an entire empire. And now it's like all falling apart. Like, they raided his home, his poor kids and all of that. And I saw for like his birthday, they had did like a birthday video with the kids and him being in jail, trying to get on the soft side of people. You know, like they keep saying that he's using his kids to try to get people to be soft on him to help his case. And I believe that. I honestly believe that he's trying to manipulate the media using his kids so that he could look like a nicer guy to kind of get, you know, off from what is being done. But there are a lot of people that are coming out of the woodworks that want to talk to, you know, that want to say about what happened at these Diddy parties. So I don't know. It's not looking too great for Diddy, honestly. But what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to go on a short music break. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about that Diddy situation because I heard Jay-Z got involved now suddenly too. So before the break, we're going to go ahead and go into this song break by Disney and Micah called Rent Free featuring DJ Monet.
The kids have their station. 1019, a Nexus radio station.
Hello, and welcome back to the second segment of Tanny Talks Live. This is season 5, episode 2, where we are talking about what's hot in hip-hop. You guys picked the topic, and I talk about it, okay? So let's get back into it, all right? We were talking about the whole Diddy situation, because I feel like that is super huge on what's going on right now in hip-hop, right? And then, all of a sudden, and I think everybody kind of knew that Jay-Z was going to go down eventually. I said it too. I was like, oh yeah, if Diddy's going down, everybody at them seats is going down too. So apparently Jay-Z, there's a bunch of accusations about Jay-Z at these freak-offs, okay? Apparently someone is saying that Jay-Z had raped a 13-year-old. There was a 13-year-old at the party and he slept with somebody that was underage. And, you know, did the intoxicating thing or whatever it was. Or do you guys think these young people are giving it up? Because I honestly do be feeling like that too. I be feeling like some of these young ladies, they're like, oh, it's Diddy, it's Jay, I want to sleep with them so I can say that it was, and then want to be suing talking about that you got raped. You know what I mean? But then again, I don't think a person of 13 years old should be there. Now, depending on what kind of party it is. Like, it could be an album release, so okay, they're there. But these accusations are getting pretty crazy. Jay-Z actually put in motion with his legal team, I heard, allegedly, that he wants to know who Jane Doe is. So I hear that Jay-Z wants to know who it is that's saying these accusations so he could find them. I don't know, but I feel like Jay-Z is another person in hip-hop that you cannot mess with. Like, I know y'all remember, I think his Reasonable Doubt album, excuse me, I think his Reasonable Doubt album, he spoke about winning a trial against murder or something of the sort. I low-key feel like Jay-Z be murking people. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like people that are up there like Diddy and them, they have the power to get rid of you and never be seen again. You know, they were talking about that girl that Jay-Z was dating a little while ago, and then he started dating Jay-Z, and all of a sudden that girl just died. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But he actually wants to know who it is that's making these accusations, and I hope that he never finds out and it stays on the low, and whatever happens. Now, let me ask you guys, do you feel bad for Jay-Z? Do you think Jay-Z is gonna go down? I don't know. I think it's rough, like, because Jay-Z is attached to Beyonce too, and we love Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce's up there, but do you think she knows? And I know she knows, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Beyonce knows what's going on, and my thing is, how do you separate yourself from your husband, who's a big person in hip-hop, who's having these accusations? You know, Mufasa just came out. We just had Blue Ivy, you know, and Jay-Z and Beyonce, like a loving family, on the red carpet promoting Mufasa. And then we have these rape allegations against him. Like, how is that even possible? Like, I feel like having a husband with that type of reputation could actually ruin Beyonce's reputation too, you know? I know she has a strong beehive and her fans are really out there for her, but we got to figure out, like, do you think they're going down next? Like, I just feel like a whole bunch of stuff is about to come out. There were a whole bunch of videos that they found, you know, they found all those bottles of lube and whatnot. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know if, man, listen, I don't know. Do you think these guys are gonna really go to jail? Like, do you think that's actually possible that Jay-Z and Diddy will go to jail? I feel like they have enough money to get out of jail if they were to get put in jail. You know what I mean? I don't think Jay-Z would ever go to jail because I feel like he's a lot in power as well. So I'm sure he could pay a couple mil and get off. I also agree that Diddy could pay a couple mil and get off. I think he tried to pay a couple mil. I think Diddy was saying something about $30 million and he'll stay on his island in Miami or whatever, and he won't leave, and they denied him. Also, Diddy had put in a motion for like bail and stuff, and they denied him. I feel kind of bad because like this legal team is not playing around. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it used to work back in the day when celebrities would be in legal situations, but I know now with social media, it makes it a lot harder. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people couldn't say anything while they're, fighting this trial. I feel kind of bad for them. I wish the best for both of them. I think that this Diddy situation is crazy. You just never know with the industry. Like, the hip-hop industry is different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like any industry, but it's specifically the hip-hop industry, it's like, I think of a lot of, we rap about drugs and stuff like that, and then ladies and all that stuff. And I think it's kind of biting us in the butt right now. Like, hip-hop is not looking so great, like, on the male perspective right now. We got two of the biggest moguls, like, being accused of some really heavy stuff. So, on the lighter end, let's talk about something a little cool. So, I don't know if you know, but December 13th, DMX came out with an album. Yes, DMX has a new album. We got, DMX was also a very big person in the hip hop community. RIP to him. He passed away in 2021. And he's still making music, which I totally love. I remember when Michael Jackson passed away, he came out with an album too. I was like, yes, keep making these albums. Oh, and I think Pop Smoke also had an album after he passed away. So I think that's pretty dope that we have music in the repertoire that we can still play from some of our favorite artists. I hope that this music, I gotta check it out. I totally have to check out I have to check out this new album. I want to see if it's the DMX that I love. I like that rough, tough DMX, old school DMX music, what this want from a, you know what I'm saying? That kind of vibe. So I am definitely going to go and listen to it. I'm hoping that I can find a lot of like unreleased music by him, maybe something spiritual, because he went through a spiritual journey at one point. So I'm really looking forward to that DMX album. So if you guys can go stream that album, DMX, yes, he has passed away, but he is, Tupac too? Oh, let's look into the comments really quick. It looks like Mad Ras said that Tupac has an album too. So I didn't even know about the Tupac album that he released, but I think it's pretty dope that we have artists who are still coming out with music, after their passing. It's like so many songs that were unreleased finally get to be released, and it makes it feel like that person is still here. I almost forgot that DMX was dead when this album came out. I had to check. I'm like, wait, I thought he died. And I'm like, yeah, he definitely did. And he just dropped an album, like, stop playing. So stream that, make that go up, because I heard that it's pretty cool. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about females in the hip-hop industry. There was something that just released that said Glorilla right now is the hottest female rapper out in hip-hop. And I personally would agree. I think Glorilla is really like coming out the gate. I remember going to see Glorilla in Irving Plaza. That's like a smaller venue, and she was doing her thing with her and her girls, and I love Glorilla. I think she's so great. I love how she came up in the industry with her homegirls, Gloss Up and K Carbon. Those are all her homies. I'm probably missing a few others, but they all kind of came up in the industry together, and I really want to give it to Glorilla because her music, she talk funny. So she makes really good music personally. I've always liked her since the beginning. I've been a day one Glorilla fan. And for her to be named one of the hottest female hip-hop artists, oh my God, it makes me so good in my soul because I feel like she deserves it. I feel like Glorilla is very original. Like, I don't know, but it seems like she hasn't gotten her body done, nothing. She hasn't changed anything drastic about her. And I love that. Like, she really stuck down to her Tennessee roots, you know what I'm saying? And I love that about her. She also just made like a holiday song. I'm trying to think who was on that holiday track with her. It was her and someone else that made a holiday song. So shout out to you. You already know if you're making Christmas albums and Christmas songs, you up there. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like every dope artist that comes out has to have like a holiday song or something, So shout out to Gorilla and her new holiday song. Y'all gotta check it out. It is so dope. And let's talk a little bit more about other things that are going on in hip hop, right? So we have DMX new album. Glorilla also has a new album, but I also just want to talk about, hip hop now and kind of like hip hop then, right? So I feel like hip hop now has changed. I personally feel like I don't like the new hip hop music. I'll be completely honest with you. Some of these artists I am not feeling, I always love the girlies though, like the Lottos, the Glorillas, my girlies in the hip hop. But I feel like the guys are kind of weak these days. days. Like, I'm loving that, J. Cole is coming back with his 2014 album and dropping it again, which we always love a good classic. He said he had new songs on there, and I think he's going on a concert tour for like one day or something in Brooklyn as well. So that's good. But I feel like the Kendricks we love, the new guys are great. But these other new people in hip hop, I feel like it ain't even hip hop no more. Like, it's TikTok. Like, I don't feel like some of these artists are really making good enough music, and we need to bring some of that old school hip hop back. Like, I wanna see battle rapping again. I wanna see all of that again. Like, whatever happened to that, y'all? Y'all need to figure it out, because I miss that. I miss, ciphers and stuff like that. Like, you remember back in the day when we used to watch BET, and they used to have those like blind battle rapping, where it was like they would go. Like, I miss those days. I miss having that like 106 and Park culture. Like, we need to bring something like that back to the community. Like, something really good for the culture, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody's so mainstream, and like, I'm like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, we had Ice Spice, and I really used to love Ice Spice all the time, and I just feel like now that she's just losing weight, she's becoming an industry, pawn, and she's my girl, you know what I'm saying? She's from the Bronx. I support her. I've seen her in concerts. That's my girl for real. But I just feel like maybe she's fake losing herself somewhere in there. Like, why are you so skinny? Like, everybody was talking about that too, like Ice Spice and how she melted down and all of that. Like, Bendito, like, what's going on, my girl? I don't know what's happening, but she's looking real skinny these days. But then again, who am I to judge, right? Like, I feel like as women, it's bad enough that we always being talk about our bodies or whatever. If she's happy, I'm happy. I just know it's a drastic change, and we know as human beings, like, when you start to lose weight a lot, it seems like you're stressed out. So maybe she's a little stressed out. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure out what is going on in hip hop. So what I'm going to do right now before we go into the next segment is I'm going to play a music video. And you know me, I love me a good old music video, okay? So the music video I am going to play is Mo Dollars. Also, I want to tell y'all, Mo Dollars just released a brand new EP too, so y'all have to check that out, okay? And he has an album release party coming up on December 21st, and I will be there, and I can't wait for it. But I'm going to go ahead and support my brother with his music video, Mo Dollars, Unorthodox Star. Check it out.
The kids have their station, 1019, a Nexus radio station.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Teens World Live. This is season 5, episode 2, and we are talking about what's hot in hip hop. So I want to go back to that Diddy situation because it has a lot to do with 50 Cent, okay? And we absolutely love Uncle Curtis. Like, Uncle Curtis is the pettiest man of all time. He is the troll of all trolls, but I love him anyway, okay? He says what we're all thinking, low-key. Like, yo, you cannot mess with 50 Cent. Let me be honest with you. He is so freaking petty. I remember he was doing that stuff with Tierra Marie, like suing her. Like, he is so petty. I cannot, but I love it. I love it. I love it. Low key, I freaking love it. So he has been trolling everybody in the hip hop industry. Yo, 50 Cent will come for you, bro. Like, I can't. Do not mess with 50. Let me tell y'all something. Do not mess with 50 Cent because he will come for your neck. All right. So apparently, let's talk about the Jay-Z and Diddy situation. Apparently, there was a post that 50 Cent made with an AI, right? And I had a picture of Jay-Z and Diddy from like an old school party or whatever. And the cops were going up to them and arresting them. And then it was quickly deleted. Oh my God, 50, I cannot. So apparently somebody made like an AI of them getting locked up and 50 Cent posted. And then deleted it. But he's petty. You feel me? Not only that, but I also heard that he's trolling them about the situation, about the little girls. Like, was 50 not at these freak offs? I guess not, maybe not, because I don't think he'd be trolling if he was there too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, come on, we got people like 50 Cent that wasn't there. Other people could have not been there too, but I guess they got sucked in between the glitz and the glamour of Diddy or whatever Jay-Z got going on, and they got sucked into them Diddy parties because 50 was not a part of those Diddy parties. You know what I'm saying? He knew who to mess with, who not to mess with. He did not let that shiny stuff get to him. You know, but he is such a troll. He's making fun of Jay-Z. He's making fun of Diddy. I mean, it's really unfortunate. I mean, but you get burned. You do bad, and now what? Now people are going to talk about it. So it is what it is. But did y'all see that 50 Cent made a freaking op list? A Drake op list? Oh my God. And then, this is the worst part. He went to an interview and he brought the op list with him. Bro brought the op list and was like, hey, look, these are all the ops on that Drake has. And it had like Lil Uzi Vert on it. It had like Omarion on it. It had mad like artists on it. And I'm like, why would he even do that? Like, what was the point of showing up with freaking Drake's op list? Like, that's insane. You know, like, why don't you put his friends list instead, 50? You know what I'm saying? Well, let me chill, because honestly, now I feel like 50 finna come for me. And I ain't got no time for them, right? I'm just talking about what's hot in hip-hop. All right, so I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into Teen Talks Live, Episode 2, What's Hot in Hip-Hop. I am going to post a poll very soon for the next topic of Teen Talks, so you guys look forward to that on Wednesday. Bye.
The kids have their station.